Hello, hi. How are you, my friend? What's today's topic? It's let's talk about love, my friend. So there's going to be a series of topics every day and for the coming 2 weeks because springtime is coming, summertime is coming, somehow this is the season for people to fall in love. Yeah. Love is a pretty big topic and there are so many things that's worth people to talk about, and somehow that is an eternal kind of topic, like no matter at what age, it's just always the kind of age you just want to discuss about it, right? Yeah. But of course, as usual, good morning, hi my friend, hi. So but of course, as usual, like for people, if you guys have any questions about China, can definitely send it in to the comment area. Hi, Eric. Good to see you. Yeah, falling in love. Yeah. But as usual, my friends, since we just started like this live stream, as usual, if you guys have any question about China, just like on this paper fan, okay, just like on this paper fan. Okay, I'm trying to adjust the mic. Okay, so guys, if you guys have any question about China, just like on this paper fan, okay, just shoot your question in the comment area, okay? As usual, if you have any questions about China, about myself, about the season, about everything, just send in the comment area, okay? So love to answer all those questions. But of course, we also set up a topic which is about love. Yeah, love is a very huge topic, and there are so many things we can discuss under the big topic of love. So, for example, if you're interested in knowing more about like how the Chinese teenagers start a relationship here, like when do people start a relationship, and what's the marriage situation right in here? What are the kind of problems people face when it comes to finding a partner, finding a marriage partner, etc. Like these are all very interesting topics, and we can focus on talks about these kind of questions as well. But of course, on top of that, if you guys have any questions about China, like on this paper fam, as usual, just sending your question in the comment area and we will see. Okay, we'll see if there's any good questions and we will answer it and start a topic in here. Okay, start a topic in here. Yeah, love is truly universal. Exactly, my friend. Yeah. Okay, so I want to first of all see like how many people are in a relationship and how many people are single. Oh, but so far we don't have like many people in this live stream yet. But we can start by doing that. Okay, let's do a quick survey. Okay, let's do a quick survey in the comment area. Just tell me what's your current love situation, your love status. Are you single or are you in a relationship or are you married? Like, what's your love current? Is that too personal, my friend? Okay, married 20 years. Oh, okay. Divorce. Okay, yeah, just tell me what's your current situation? Like, are you actively looking for someone, or are you very happy with what you have right now? Like anything, just share with me. What do you think? What are you feeling right now under the comment? Yeah, yeah, yeah. In love with my daddy. That is so cool. Yeah, so I like notice many people are already married, right? So how is the marriage life kind of like in your country? I'd love to know about that. I am happy. Divorced, okay, you're saying you're divorced and you're happy. Okay. Okay, yeah. Maybe you're not able to find someone that is suitable for you, so that is why like you're divorced and you said you're happy. I am good. Like divorcing after 23 years because my ex-wife cheated on me. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. I'm currently undergoing divorce. Oh, okay. So many people are undergoing divorce. That is too bad. Yeah, but I hope like everyone is looking for love. But do you guys believe in true love? Okay, there are so many. Yeah, sorry to the widowed, but I'm hoping that you're actually actively seeing people and really, really meeting some very nice people, right? Oh yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I'm single and lonely. Yeah, okay. If there is anyone else who is also single and lonely, can find Hoya, can find Hoya, and can be friends with him. Okay, yeah. hmm Where are you from? Greetings from Ghana. I'm from Shanghai, my friend. Shanghai, China. Okay, never married. What's people's attitude when it comes to marriage? What do you guys, so first of all, what do you guys think is the right age to get married? Can you guys tell me, like, in your culture, in your country, when is considered to be the perfect time, perfect age for getting married? Yeah, can you guys tell me in the comment? Usually, in people, for example, usually people in your country get married at what age? And like what age is considered to be the proper age to get married? Or like what is the age range that people usually will get married? If people get married beyond this age range, then they will be considered to marry too early or too late. What is the kind of age range that is considered to be the best marriage age? Yeah. Okay. You guys tell me in the comments. Yeah, tell me in the comments. Yeah, we need more interaction, my friends. Yeah, tell me in the comment what is usually considered for the right age or the age range for people to get married in your country. And also it would be lovely to tell me what country are you from. Okay, would tell me what country are you from, okay? Hi, 萤火 good to see you. 啊，你后面加了一串葡萄啊，怎么着？是很喜欢吃葡萄吗？嗯，Yeah. So guys, tell me, okay? Tell me in the comment what is usually the kind of age people would get married in your country, and just tell me first of all which country are you from, and second, what is the age range for people to get married usually? Like if people get married before this age range or after this age range that is considered to be too early or too late, what is the kind of normal age people get married? Okay, so Eric, you have to tell me your country and also the age range. Okay, so both of them, so that we can have a comparison to see what is usually the kind of age range marriage, the ideal age range among different countries. Okay, among different countries. So guys, okay, you guys are just sending the number. It would be great if you guys can just tell me your country followed by the age range. Okay, still I don't see people sending in comments like that. Okay, so I want two people to send in comments, like just tell me first of all your country, and second the perfect ideal age range for your country that is considered to be perfect for marriage. Okay, yeah, so okay, great. It's well, I never know how to pronounce your name, my friend. Jaume. Is this how May or Jame? Or I'm so sorry about that. But your answer is perfect. That is what I want to see, which is a country, Mexico plus 26 to 30. OK，中国的宝宝们进来也可以看一下，我们现在正在，因为这个直播间非常的国际化，所以会看到来自于全球各地不同的朋友们进来。所以现在在问的大家的问题是在他们的国家，在大家的国家，什么样的 age range 是 is considered to be the perfect marriage age， 结婚的一个最佳年龄段是多少 ？OK， yeah， OK， so yeah, lots of people say in America is 24 to 28 or 25 to 35. Okay, UK is 27. Okay, guys, it would be great if you could must be how May, am I right? My daddy, J like James. J. Okay, is it called Jane, right? It's called Jane. Okay. Okay, now then I know your the pronunciation, so I should have no problem of calling your name. Jane. Yeah. Great. So guys, like everyone just tell me 主播漂亮、有才华还勤奋，谢谢你啊！所以要多点互动好吗？多点互动，帮助我可以把整个直播间的人气往上提一提。好，谢谢。So like, okay, I'm asking again. Okay, guys, like we definitely need people from everywhere. So I'm pretty sure there are people from literally everywhere in the live stream because usually like we have people from USA, from Europe, and also from Middle East, from Africa, from like literally everywhere. So it'd be great if you guys can just tell me in the comment, first of all, your country, and second, what is the age range for your country that is considered to be ideal for get married. Okay, so for example, here in China, usually people would get married between 23 years old to I think 30 years old, that is considered to be the most ideal age range. So say for example, if anyone get married before like 23, that is considered to be a bit too early, right? Because usually you would want someone to get married after he graduated from university. Like 21, 22 would consider to be too early. And if anyone is got married after the age of 30, would consider to be relatively late. Somehow nowadays here in China, you do see so many people get married after the age of 30. Somehow, like for me, I personally have always had this kind of impression that I need to get married after 30. The reason behind that is because when I was little, I somehow have remembered seeing something, they say like the French moms always educate their daughters that they need to get married after the age of 30 because you have to first try love, try to get into relationship and really understand the meaning of relationship, and then you will know who you want and what are the things you're looking for in a relationship, and then that is the time you're mature enough to get married. So somehow in my impression, I have always had this kind of thing that keeps telling me that I should just get married after 30. So I consider the kind of age range I think is ideal to be relatively later than the kind of age of majority of the Chinese people. Okay, for majority of the Chinese people, the ideal age for getting married is around 23 to 30. Yeah, so that is for China. But my friends in your country, please let me know in a comment what is considered to be the ideal age to get married. So first of all, you need to tell me your country. For example, many people have already said USA, America, Mexico, UK, and then followed by the ideal age. Okay, so somewhat I have actually already done this kind of research before, but I want to see with my own eyes, see people and coming to the live stream and see really with my own eyes, like you guys give me the answer, because sometimes those kind of data you get from research might not be so true, but somehow like the real answer you get from the live stream is a lot more true. Yeah, Hong Kong is 30 to 35. That is so true. That is so true because I have worked in Hong Kong for quite a few years, and I know that the age of getting married in Hong Kong is like really really late compared to mainland China. Majority of people just get married for sure after 30, and also like usually it's around 30 to 35, and people would have this kind of deadline, which is like I have to have a baby, especially for females. Like it would be better to have babies before the age of 35, because after the 35 age of 35, then your body will be so much more different, like not so like well conditioned to have a baby than before 35. So somehow people get married before 35, but it's usually after 30. It's pretty rare to see any of my friends who get married before the age of 30 when it's in Hong Kong. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How may in Spanish, y'all may in Catalonian, 詹姆 詹姆斯 is Chinese translation. Okay. Thank you. You're really explaining in details like how to pronounce your name. That is so interesting. Okay, so but like somehow like I should just pronounce your name as Jane, right? That should be the like the right way of pronouncing it, right? Yeah. So okay. So somehow like I know like the average age of getting married in the USA is 28, and in Europe it's like relatively later. I noticed many countries, for example like Switzerland, the time to get married is around um like definitely after 30, but something like 30 to 33 something. Like the age of getting married in different country varies like really really differently. My mom gave birth to me when she was around the 45, but when did she get married, Fernando? Yeah, Fernando, can you please tell me like when did she get married? Yeah. Yeah, guys, follow me please if you haven't done so. Okay, follow me please if you haven't done so. Okay, 1990 to 2010 American, 22 to 27. Oh, so you're telling me your why do you say like 1990 to 2010 2010? My friend, I don't quite understand it. 17. What? Wait, so Fernando, you're saying that your mom got married at the age of 17 and then like gave birth to you at the age of 45. Wait, so you're not the only child, right? So you have many sisters and brothers above you, right? So since you said your mom got married at the age of 17, So for sure, she must have had some children before you, but like maybe your family, your parents really like children, so they just keep on having children until the age of 45 and gave birth to you. Are you considered to be the youngest of the family? Yeah. Under 30, typically 24 to 28 in India. Arranged marriages are popular here. Oh, okay. So even now, like arranged marriage is still very popular here there in India. Sashi, I want to know more. Tell me more, okay? So, like, even now, there are many families are still having arranged marriages. Like, say, for example, if a girl just fell in love with a guy, somehow that is not a married, that is not an arranged person, arranged guy for this girl. Can this girl marry to this guy, or she must marry to another guy who is arranged by the family? I want to know, like India, my friend. Yeah, because my our Indian friend Shashi is sharing with us like arranged marriages are very popular here. Oh, really? Like even now, like in India? Well, so right now here in China, you no longer see any arranged marriage, to be honest. Like here in China, people just freely marry to each other, even though, well, even though like we value our parents' opinion very much. 改老子一抬手就摸到天. What are you talking about, my friend? Yeah, what are you talking about, my friend? Yeah, and guys, follow me, please, if you haven't done so. 啊，哦，这是一首歌歌词啊。哦，好吧，行。Okay. Yeah, so somehow in here, like we no longer have those arranged marriage, okay? Arranged marriage, like even for our last generation, for our parents, they don't have arranged marriage. 哦，刚才有印度的朋友分享说，哪怕是现在在印度，好像就是家里边安排的婚姻都是非常常见的。I married at 43. Oh, perfect. Marriage success depends on compatibility. And I married at 43. I'm so happy that you're finally able to find someone that you feel like really compatible with you, that you guys have the very similar vibration. And that is perfect. That is perfect. Yeah. So, yeah, so that's like for here in China, for our parents' generation, there's no longer any arranged marriage, right? Yeah, is there anyone who's similar to my age, my friend who's currently in the live stream? 在直播间的宝宝们有没有跟我年龄相仿的？不管怎么说，虽然你们不知道我的年龄，但是就是看上去跟我年龄相仿的。Is there anyone who's very similar to my age? Even though you guys don't know what age I am, but just guess what kind of age I am. Just if you feel like you're similar to my age, just type one in the comment. Okay, just type one in the comment. Okay, yeah, not gonna reveal my age to you guys. Just like you guys can guess. Okay, yeah. So like if you think you're similar to my age, just type one in the comment. Okay, yeah, great. Diana. Okay, and great OXO. Yeah, 我跟你差不多，明年18岁。Like it, like it. Yeah. My daddy said I assume 18. Okay. Yeah, okay. So like there are many people who have typed one, right? Looks like very similar to my age, or you consider you're having a very similar age to mine, right? So like for your parents and your grandparents, okay, let's say two generations above us, do you guys have you guys witnessed any like arranged marriage? Like for she's forever 21. Oh, T Kitty Talk Ghost. I like it. Thank you. Forever 21. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So like for example, for majority of the countries, I think for majority of the countries, people in here, I think that parents could just put children to into a marriage that they want. Okay. But somehow, is it paused? Okay. Yeah, but somehow like for our last generation and the grandparents generation, 先婚后爱看偶像剧看多了吧 no talk. Yeah, this year I'll be 32 for the ninth time, so we're almost the same age. Good. You're always 21, forever 21, Louis the cat in my heart. But to be honest, I think the perfect age is 30, to be honest. Like 30 is the kind of age like you still look very young, look like you're the 20th, but like somehow like you're so mature, you have a very mature mind, you start to comprehend this world a little more so. But like my friends, please tell me, like, it's your parents. Are your parents also having arranged marriage? Okay. If not, your parents are not. What about your grandparents? So let's do this. If you yourself, like your generation, it's pretty common to have arranged marriage type one. Okay. For your parents' generation, pretty common to have arranged marriage type 2. For your grandparents, if it's pretty common to have arranged marriage type 3, okay? So if like every generation you have seen has like arranged marriages type 1, 2, 3, okay? If it's only like your parents' generation and your grandparents' generation type 2, 3, if it's like just the 萤火太困了，我先去睡。好了，去睡吧，萤火。Sweet dream, okay? Sweet dream, yeah. Yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna repeat that again. Okay, guys, we need more interaction, okay? More interaction. Do you love Taiwan? I love Taiwan. Yeah, I love Taiwan too, my friend. Potato 95. Yeah, I've been to Taiwan multiple times, and I personally have lots of Taiwanese friends who are very nice, like extremely nice and extremely polite. Okay, so like guys, for those of you who have like for your generation, okay, so for your generation, if it is pretty common still in your country that arranged marriage is really popular, like people have arranged marriage for your generation, type 1. Okay, for your parents' generation, type 2, if you see very common arranged marriage for your parents' generation, type 2. For your grandparents' generation, pretty common to have arranged marriage, type 3. Okay, type 3. Okay. Ah, thank you, Zoe. 谢谢你送的小花. Thank you for this little flower. I really like it. Hi, Jason. Yeah. Hi, Jason. We're doing a poll. Okay. We're doing a survey. Okay. We're doing a survey. So right now we're talking about arranged marriage. Okay. We're talking about arranged marriage because I am so surprised to hear an Indian friend come in here sharing with us like nowadays, even now, like in India, arranged marriage is very common in there. I was like so surprised to hear that. So that is why like we were doing the survey. I wanted to know whether that is only something that's happening in India or something that's happening in many other countries as well. So if for your generation, arranged marriage is very common, type 1. For your parents' generation, arranged marriage is very common, type 2. For your grandparents' generation, if the arranged marriage is pretty common, type 3. If every generation, then type 1, 2, 3. If just parents and grandpa, type 2, 3. If only grandparents, type 3. Okay. If nothing, type 0. Okay. So, for example, your generation, your parents' generation, grandparents' generation, every generation inside your family is free marriage, no arranged marriage, then type 0. Type 0. Jason, India has the lowest divorce rate in the world, so it works. Well, that is a very interesting thing. But I mean, like, you could also interpret it in another way. What's the reason behind the very low divorce rate? Maybe because they don't have free marriage. That is why they have low divorce rate. It's not because people are happily in marriage that's why they don't get divorced, right? It's because they don't have this freedom to marry whoever they want and divorce whoever they want. It is arranged, so that's why like they can't get divorced, right? So like in my opinion, I think that is it. Okay, so many people are typing 0. Okay, so if there's like no arranged marriage at all for whatever generations, just type 0. Okay, type 0. Yeah. What do you mean by arranged marriage? So the definition of arranged marriage is the person you're about to marry is arranged by your family. So it's not like you're freely in love with someone, it's a set out by your family. For example, the very next day, my mom said, you know what, I have already picked a guy for you to get married. No matter you have seen this person or not, no matter whether you like this person or not, no matter what you think about this person tomorrow, because this is an arrangement by the family, you must marry this person. Okay? That is called arranged marriage. 再婚怎么说？再婚就是 marry for a second time, remarried. Yeah, 应该就这么说吧。Yeah. Yeah, the love marriage get popular here, but outside of tier 1, arrange is still common. Okay, Shashi, thank you for sharing. So you're saying like for the tier 1 city, or are you saying like for the tier 1? Because I know in India you guys have this pyramid, right? So there are, how to say, 不同的种姓. Like in Indian, you guys have this 种姓制度. How to say 种姓制度啊？来，我们来学一个新的单词哈，种姓制度。种姓制度。The let me see how to say it. You have the caste system, right? In India, you guys have caste system. Oh, okay. So you're talking about tier 1 cities. You're not talking about the caste system, right? Okay. 每天无论再忙都得过来听一会儿啊！哈，谢谢你的这个 support, Little Earth，谢谢你的支持啊！Okay, yeah, guys, follow me please if you haven't done so. Okay, so like 主播用的什么 APP？你只得方便直播吗？直播不就是小红书？翻译软件是吗？哦，OK，翻译软件用的是 Google Translate，Google Translate，OK。Yeah，so 其实任何翻译软件都可以的，大家都可以去使用啊，也可以跟着我一起学英文哈。虽然英文已经不错了，但是还是会有很多词不太会讲，所以可以 follow me and learn English together with me. Okay, yeah. So it's actually CASTE, cost system. It's cost system. So Shashi, are you still in here? I want to know more. So like in India, I heard about there is a cost system, right? So there's a polo men, right? Yeah, polo men 怎么说？there is there's Brahman, right? And those also other costs, right? So somehow, like, so no matter what, well, so I'm so curious to know more about India. Is there any more Indian people in here? I love to have more Indian people or anyone who's familiar with the Indian marriage system. I'm so curious because Shashi from Indian shared with us that in India nowadays, for tier one city, there is pretty much free. 悉达多就是婆罗门的，对的。There is like free marriage, but for anyone that is out of the tier one city, then it's most likely arranged marriage. So I'd love to know like is so for example for the first tier city, like tier one city, would that be like even though it's across different costs, do you guys still can freely marry or it's only free marriage within the same cost? Oh, okay, guys. So if you guys see Shashi coming back in, tell me, okay? Because she seems to be the only Indian friend in here, and I love to know more. I definitely love to know more. Yeah. So yeah，哦，真的太好奇这个印度的种姓制度了。就他说，在他们的一线城市，人们是可以自由恋爱结婚的，但是除了一线城市以外的其他地方，都是家里边安排的婚姻。然后呢，我就很想说了，那个印度不是有那个种姓制度嘛？那如果是在他们的一线城市里，那跨种姓结婚是 OK 的还是不 OK 的？I really want to know that. Yeah, I really want to know that. Yeah. Nytrix, would you accept an arranged marriage, arrangement wedding? No, I wouldn't. I would never. I would never. I would only accept a arranged wedding on the condition that I have seen this guy, I really like this guy, I think it's okay to marry to this guy. Otherwise, I would not accept arrangement wedding. Well, actually, let's do a survey. Okay, that's a pretty interesting question. Let's do a survey. So there are many people in here, right? So I noticed there are right now there are 150 people online at the same time. So like guys, tell me in the comments, do you accept an arrangement wedding, arranged marriage? Okay, do you guys accept a arranged wedding? Type a smiley face. Type a smiley face if you accept it. Type a crying face if you don't accept it. Okay. Type do you accept arrangement wedding? Okay. Let's talk about dowry and bride price next. Yeah, sure, Jason, for sure. Yeah, we can. Yeah. So type a smiley face if you can accept a arranged wedding, and type a crying face if you don't accept arranged marriage. Okay, guys. Yeah, we definitely need more interaction in here. Okay. Yeah，就是如果你能够接受家里边安排的婚姻，打一个笑脸；如果你不能接受家里边安排的婚姻，打一个哭脸。No talk, you can? My goodness, really? No talk? No talk, you can accept an arranged marriage? Really? And you wait, is that a crying face or is that a laughing face? Because you know what? No talk, you're typing a laugh to cry face. I'm not so sure whether you're saying yes or no. Is that a cry face or is that considered to a smiley face? Wait. Well, 福多多瑶瑶, you're also typing that. Okay, you're also typing a face that is crying and also laughing. Is that considered to be yes or no? Okay, so guys, yeah. Guys, first of all, follow me please if you haven't done so. Okay, 大家关注一下我，没有关注我的关注一下我。Okay, yeah. So like guys, tell me. Okay. So like if you are okay with an arranged marriage, type a smiley face. Okay, don't type a laugh to cry face. Just type a smile. Oh, okay. Now get it. I can accept it conditionally, so that's why you type it. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so type a smiley face. Okay, so I'm gonna interpret a laugh to cry face like that, like you would accept it on certain conditions, right? Okay, yeah, guys, again, do it. So if you can accept an arranged marriage, type a smiley face, and if you cannot accept arranged marriage, type a crying face. Okay, Yeah, majority of people type crying face, and for no talk, typed a laugh to cry face. Yeah, a laugh to cry face, and somehow you have no idea what kind of people your parents think you're suitable for. And it's nowadays, like, in here in China, there is no such thing as arranged marriage, to be honest, especially for the younger generation. And none of us are arranged to get married, right? So even though like our parents would do something which is put lots of pressure on us, asking us, chasing us, and pushing us to get married, especially after the age of 27, right? Usually the parents would be like so in a rush, like really worried that their kids won't be able to find a Mr. Perfect or Miss Perfect, Miss Right, Mr. Right. So that's why like they just would set up people for their children to meet every single day so that like eventually they can get married at earlier age. Yeah. 我们再说那个包办婚姻，包办婚姻，就是你能接受吗？你能接受你的家里边给你包办婚姻吗？就是家里边给你安排一个婚礼，就家里边长辈给你塞一个人说这个人挺好的，你们俩明天结婚吧，你能接受吗？白云呀，如果能接受的话就打一个笑脸，如果不能接受的话就打一个哭的哭脸。OK， that is what we're discussing. OK, that is what we're discussing, guys. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, I am Mr. Perfect, but she'll get all the love and affection beyond measure. Oh, that is so nice. I mean, whoever who can become your girlfriend or wife, then she must be super lucky, my friend. Yeah, accept. Yeah, type a smiley face if you do accept arranged marriage. If you type a crying face if you don't accept arranged marriage. Okay, yeah, majority of people don't accept it. Majority of people don't accept it, or like people like no dog would accept it on the condition that the person is super cool, super good, right? And then somehow, but still that is considered to be a crying face because like you accept it on the condition that you really like that. So in that sense that like that person, so in that sense, still that is free love, right? That is not 如果包办你我同意 OK，猫大爷你太搞笑了，猫大爷太搞笑了。好的，可以，谢谢啊，谢谢你，谢谢你的肯定。Thank you so much. That is so funny. Oh my god, we have like all sorts of like very interesting comments in here, right? Okay, yeah. So Little Earth is saying that arranged by the parents, if I'm satisfied, that equals yes, a smiley face. If arranged by parents, but I'm not satisfied with this person, that means a crying face. I don't accept it. So by saying that, basically you're just saying that it is free love, right? Because still it's a happy face because you it's still a crying face, you don't accept it somehow, right? Because it's everything is according to your will, it's not according to your parents will, right? But I am married now, it is free love, right? Because still it's a happy face because you it's still a crying face, you don't accept it somehow, right? Because it's everything is according to your will. 发现你比那些专门教英文的主播还要好，所以很多中国的宝宝们就进来开始真的就是来练听力了。And for those of you guys, just so you know, I have this followers club group in here. Okay, so for those of you who haven't joined it, can definitely join it. Okay, this is my chat group. Okay, this is my chat group. So that's why people, for those of you who haven't followed me, follow me. And for those of you who haven't joined it, join it. Okay, join it. And keep on tapping the screen to sending likes. Okay, just keep on tapping the screen to sending likes. Everyone tap 500 likes. 500 likes. Okay, just form this habit of just keep on tapping the screen to sending likes. Okay. 你说的英文能听懂，哎，对对对，有很多人说，他说别人的英文我听不懂，但是你讲的英文我能听懂。Yeah, there are actually many Chinese friends coming in and said that, you know what, I can actually understand the English you talk. And sometimes I don't quite understand the English other people talk, but I can understand your English. I guess the reason behind that is, first of all, I do speak quite clearly, and I think my accent is pretty good, pretty okay, right? Because many American people have come in and commented and saying that my accent is like really American. So, and also because I am Chinese and my mother tongue is not American, is not English, so I tend to use simple words. So that is why, like for people whose mother tongue is not English, they might find it hard to understand other people talking English, but somehow they can understand my English, which is good. Oh, Shashi, you're back. Hey, Shashi, you're back. I saw someone as Shashi. Is Shashi back? Oh my god, I want to grab her. Oh my god, I want to grab her. But she's only in for a very little tiny bit of time and out. Oh, Shaoxi, can you stay longer? Wanna talk to you? You're Chinese. I'm Chinese, Jason. 中国人，我中国人，中国人。Okay, I like this thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up. Yeah. So okay, no talk. Okay. No talk is saying I married my classmate, not arranged marriage. Wait, so ooh, okay, that comes to the very next interesting question. So, you said you married your classmate. Like what classmate? Like primary school classmate or junior high school, senior high school, university classmate? What are you talking about? Like what classmate are you talking about? So then we'll start to see like which age, what age did you start get into a relationship? Okay. Yeah. What is your like the time you started, or like maybe it's also after you graduated somehow the other day you met your classmate again and somehow felt like like pretty interesting man, like I should just keep on dating this guy and then wait, okay, 八卦的耳朵已竖起 no talk 来听一下你的故事. And then why do you say that it's actually better to have arranged marriage because parents have already filtered it? Yeah. Are you now so happy with your husband? High school. Oh, okay. High school. Wait. So you started dating your classmate during high school and then dated all the way till, like, for example, what age did you get married? What age did you get married? For example, 25, 20, 26, and then you got married to the very same guy. So basically that means also means that you haven't really dated anyone else. No talk. Am I right about that? If you married your classmate, you only dated your classmate, then that means like you're not dating anyone else. Like you haven't dated anyone else, both for you and your husband, right? That is actually I don't know, because there are so many different types of people. Well, that is true love. Well, yeah, sure, Jason, that is true love. But I mean, on the other side, there's so many other people outside in the world that you haven't really tried it. Don't you feel that? Oh, hey, Shashi. Oh, back in here. Yeah. Sorry, Nitrous, preparing to go to office, so going back and forth. Would love to. Yeah, I'm waiting for you, Shashi. Okay. Yeah, great that you're back in here. So, Shashi, I need to ask you this question because you just shared with me, like in India, first tier city, people can have free marriage. Before any cities outside first tier city, people would have more of like arranged marriage, right? We were discussing about arranged marriage before. So somehow I also understand like in India, you guys have this caste system, right? Caste system. For example, you guys have Brahmin and also other caste, right? So for your first tier city where people are like can freely marry to each other, do they usually just marry to people of their same caste, or it's like you can freely marry across different castes? I want to understand that because I don't quite understand. I don't know too much about Indians caste system, Indians marriage, so I'd love to know that. Okay, so Shashi, it would be great if you could share with me about that. Okay, yeah, you can learn from your peers in terms of life experience and or the relationships. You don't need to experience everything firsthand. ET Panda, you're right, but somehow experience firsthand is quite different, I would say. Yeah. Dated with several guys, then had relationship with his classmate. Oh, okay. So you're not like, oh, you guys were in puppy love in senior high school and you were always together all the way till married, right? Okay, yeah. So I do know some friends are like that. I do know a couple who are like that. So they only know each other since junior high school. Yeah, since junior high school. 而他们在初中的时候就已经谈恋爱了，一直谈到结婚，在期间没有跟其他任何人谈过。The relationships like really stable, so they've always only been with each other since junior high school. So junior high school, and then dated all the way till they get married. So they never ever really meet someone else. So yeah, it was like, oh, he was rebound. Yeah, no talk. He was rebound. Yeah, that was, I really like this saying, Jason, by calling him rebound. Yeah, people usually marry people they can relate to when they were growing up. That is true. That there's also scientific study that shows that you tend to marry with someone who has very similar background with you, but like somehow for me, I marry someone who's a completely different background from me, right? Because I also shared before in the live stream about my own love story, right? Something like I went to see a fortune teller, and this fortune teller shared with me like the future, like I would date someone who has like very different background, something like that. Yeah. For me, it opposites. What do you mean by opposites? Okay, Shashi. Okay, let me see Shashi's reply. Yeah, need to see Shashi's reply. Okay, Shashi's reply. Intercaste or interreligious gas resistance is changing, but still common outside tier one. But what about within tier one? Shashi, I want to say like within tier one city. So in tier one city, intercaste or interreligion marriage, is that a pretty common thing? I feel like interreligion is pretty hard because like when you have like different religious belief, like usually couples won't be able to get together. Usually like one person will have to change his religion to the other person's religion. Otherwise it would be pretty hard. But what about intercaste? Like for intercaste in tier one city, I'm asking in tier one city because you're already saying that in outside tier one city, arranged marriage is so common, right? Not to mention about like intercaste marriage. I'm pretty sure that is really hard. What about like in tier one city? Like, is it pretty common to see people from different caste to get married? OK 啊，我在问说的是，就是不同的种姓制度之间的婚姻在印度的这个一线城市是不是很常见？OK，Shashi、need to learn more。兔子不吃窝边草，我就吃了。怎么着？看样子你对你的老公不太满意的意思。哎呀，笑死了，笑死了。I was together for 38 years with my wife until I lost her to cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, Hoya. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have an amazing, amazing time together back then. Yeah, sorry for your loss. I'm sure you'll see her again. Me too. That's what I want to say. Yeah, opposites means opposite people attract to each other. Oh, okay. No, 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 he's good. Okay, yeah. Now you're saying that, right? Yeah, but like judging from what you just shared, no talk, you were first of all saying that, first of all, you were saying that, after getting married, but I am not. I am free marriage. I'm not like arranged marriage, right? And then the second thing you say, I feel like, well, so okay, the logic's like this. Okay, listen to you now, to talk. Okay, so the logic is like this. The first thing is that I get married freely. I do not have arranged marriage. Now I am married. And the second thing is like after getting married, not through arranged marriage, but through free marriage, I discovered that maybe arranged marriage is not too bad, right? Listen to you. So that is something that is like you just kind of come to this conclusion that okay, you feel like arranged marriage is better and you're not arranged marriage, so maybe like your marriage is not good enough, something like that, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. The family all believe you'll be able to see your lovely wife somewhere someday in some place again. Yeah. So in Chinese, we have this kind of thing called 轮回, which means that even though people have passed away, he or she will become another thing to come back to you, something like that. So I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to meet each other again, just in another different format. Okay. So I think like I know like you really missed her, but like she will just come back to you in another form and be around you and protect you um in another different format. Yeah, reincarnation. Yeah, reincarnation that is called. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure with a husband like you, she had a fulfilling life. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm pretty sure about that. You are like from the very short period of time we were able to interact through the screen, right through the live stream. I can tell like you are definitely the person that can give lots of support, no matter it's emotional support or it's like other kinds of support to your spouse. So yeah, I'm pretty sure, like Jason said, she had a fulfilling life. Yeah, yeah. It really depends on the guy. Depends on the guy. Yeah, what depends on the guy. Yeah, become a new baby. What yeah, become a new baby. Yes, or become something else. Become a tree, become a flower, become a butterfly, right? Yeah, so something like that. And you do see things like that happen a lot. So somehow, someone after a very beloved relative has passed away, and somehow like the very next day they notice there's something coming in over having the very same kind of feeling just like their loved ones. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay, let's see what the other yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering what does Chinese people okay, Intercost will be plenty. Crying as what are you guys talking about? Oh my god, I haven't really read the comments in here. You guys are like literally talking about everything. Yeah. Okay, but you guys keep on talking to each other, which is great. I like the fact that people just start chatting with each other in the comment. This makes this live stream more like a family, so I really like it. I really like it. Yeah. Yeah. Uh huh. Okay, Nytrix so sweet, like cake. Yeah, you're so sweet too. Yeah, you're so sweet too, my friend Jason. Yeah, because you say everything actually before me, and I do something I really agree with, right? Yeah. Yasmin is asking, "Oh no, what are you today? Psychologist?" No, I'm not psychologist, my friend. I'm just saying something because in our family we have a member, right? In our big family in here, like everyone is our family, right? We have someone who was sharing, a friend sharing that he is widowed now. He unfortunately lost her wife to cancer after 38 years of very happy marriage. So that's why we're saying that. Yeah. What do you think about arranged marriage? Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, now you're asking about my opinion. Yeah. So I don't know. Like first of all, we need to define what is arranged marriage, right? If you are saying that arranged marriage definition is like my parents is just gonna set up me to marry someone that I don't know about, like no matter who they say I should marry, I just should get married, then I say no, no, definitely no, no, definitely no, no. Okay. I don't accept that at all. I don't accept that at all. Okay. I don't accept that at all. Okay. My friends, definitely no, no. Yeah. You would be so surprised. Well, I'm not so sure because like many people have said, like in the comment, in your country, arranged marriage is not a thing. Like somehow people don't get married through family arrangement, right? Because when I did the survey and asking people like for your generation, your parents' generation, and the grandparents' generation, do you see it very common to have arranged marriage? Lots of people type zero, which means that like none of those generation have arranged marriage, right? So like for me, I don't think like I can accept arranged marriage at all. Like I think my grandparents are arranged marriage. Okay, my grandparents are arranged marriage. My parents are not arranged marriage. My parents' love story is pretty funny. Okay, I'm gonna share with you guys like my parents are married story. Okay, it is sort of a little bit arranged in the sense that my dad was introduced to my mom through my grandma. So my mom's mom, okay? So my mom's mom, my grandma work in the same industry as my dad. So they were both salesmen, okay? They were both salesmen back then in their industry. Because they work in the same industry, that is why the other day when my grandma went to my dad's company, that is how my grandma was able to meet my dad. So my grandma saw my dad and was like, "Oh, okay, this guy looks so cute." And then somehow she went up to my dad. Okay, my grandma, according to the Chinese way saying, is very 社牛, okay, like very extrovert and never shy about going out and talk to people. So he just came up to my dad and said like, "Hey, little cutie guy, are you single?" Like she just asked this question out of blue, like nothing, like, "Hey, are you single?" And my dad was a little bit shy, was like, yeah, yeah. And my grandma was like, "Oh, you know what? I have a daughter I can introduce to you. You guys need to date," something like that. My grandma was like really, really blunt. And then my dad was really shy. And my dad was like, actually, you know what? I am not at the moment to look for someone. Well, but what I can do is I'm going to introduce you my friend." So what he did is he bring out his friend, which has become the husband of my aunt, my mom's sister. Okay, that is so funny, right? So my dad brought another guy, which is now my uncle, and said that he is single, he's looking for someone. And my grandma is like, "Oh, this guy looks cute as well." And my grandma was like, "You know what? I have two daughters who are at the age to get married. And then why don't you guys, both of you, date my girls?" 女追男隔层纱，对，但是现在是妈妈追男，不是女儿追男。就我外婆去到我爸的厂里，因为他们是一个行业的嘛，就看到我爸说：“哦，这小伙子真帅啊！”就跑过去说：“哎，你现在有对象吗？没对象，我把我女儿介绍给你。”然后我爸很害羞，我爸说：“啊，我现在我没有准备谈恋爱呢，没有准备谈对象呢。”然后他就把我的这个 我的那个姨父拉出来了，拉出来一个男的给我外婆说，说那这个单身，这个单身可以，你可以介绍。我外婆说，哎呦，这个小伙也不错。Oh, this is a pretty cute guy as well. You know what? I have two daughters. I can introduce them. And then like my grandma was like, 丈母娘追女婿也隔层纱，感觉是这样的。And my grandma was like, ah, you know what? I have two daughters. You guys come date with them, date with them. And then it was like, and then the four of them started dating. Like at the very beginning, the four of them started dating. So my mom and my mom's younger sister started dating my dad and my uncle. So my dad and my uncle, they were best friends back then, right? And my mom and my aunt, they were sisters, right? So the four of them started dating. So at the very beginning there was nothing like this one and that one, like who matches who at the very beginning. So the four of them just started dating. Yeah, the four of them just started dating until one day my dad said that, you know what, I want to date her, like, which is my mom. So he said that to my uncle, and he said like, you know what, I want to date this girl, like you're gonna date the other girl, you know. So somehow they just separated, right? And so so my dad and my mom started dating, and my aunt and my uncle started dating, and eventually they both of them got married, and they started to have kids. And me is my parents' kid, and my cousin is my aunt and my uncle's kids. Yeah, so that's a pretty interesting story. That's pretty interesting story. So that's why, like I say, like for my parents' generation, it's not arranged marriage, even though they are introduced by the grandparents, right? The grandma, but somehow they are not arranged marriage, right? That's a pretty interesting story, right? A pretty interesting story. 太牛了，所以说大家就是很多时候单身的人可能要想一想是什么原因啊？今天鼻子好痒啊，又开始春天了，春天了以后就开始长湿疹，我这边手上就开始长湿疹，这里有点长湿，然后鼻子开始发痒，就很多过敏的这个症状。OK， now it's spring. Well, actually, it's already summer, I think, right? According to the Chinese season, it's already summer. 已经立夏了吧，对吧？立夏了吧 Yeah. Somehow, like I've started to have lots of allergic symptoms. Like I have this what is called 湿疹 in here. Can you guys see it here? That's pretty itchy, and also like itchy noses. Like people, some people would come in and say that the fact you're always touching your nose, meaning you're always lying, something like that. No. It's just allergic symptoms. Yeah, it's allergic symptoms. Like somehow, like I just got allergic. Like my noses get itchy, so that's why I have to constantly just touch it to remove the itchiness. Yeah. So. Sure, bye. What are you talking about? Sure, bye. 好舒服，这耳朵听的哈，是吧？Jane 1 3, yeah, yeah. And guys, follow me, please, if you haven't done so, okay? Single because not so cute. Oh yeah, it was so interesting. So yesterday, I was in a chat group, a WeChat chat group. Okay, I think it is the weather. Yeah, I think it is the weather too, Fiona. Yeah. So like, so funny. Another story to share with you guys. You know what? I have a friend so who got married in September last year. I was in her wedding. And so usually in China, when you start a wedding, you then would create a chat group to invite all the guests into the group so that you could give notifications to people inside the group and just tell people where is the wedding venue and like what time should people come in to attend your wedding. If there is anything people should be notified about, you would then inform people inside this chat group, right? So it is so funny. So okay, back then when my friend got married in September last year, so she of course created this chat group, right, inside it, and invited all her friends that would attend her wedding. And then yesterday I noticed that she even started doing another very interesting matchmaking kind of business. So what she did is like she sent a message to the group of 200 people and said, you know what, since I know so many people, I'm gonna just do a matchmaking. And then she said something like, you know what, and this Saturday I'm gonna arrange a matchmaking kind of event, and for like 20 young people. So for girls, you must be born after 1995, and your family must have 10 million renminbi in assets. Okay, so for guys, you must be after the age of 19, you must be born after 1985, and you yourself must have 10 million renminbi of assets. So that is, and also something like you must graduate from what ranking, top 50 ranking universities in order to be qualified to the matchmaking event. So people, you guys could first of all apply to attend this event, and then second, we're going to just see whether you're qualified for that. First of all, whether you're born after that, and second, whether your family has enough money, and third, that whether you graduated from top school, something like that. So they set up this so she set up all those criteria to make sure that people who come to this kind of event are like of similar financial status, similar background, so there's a higher chance they can match successfully, something like that. How did it go? I don't know, to be honest, like, because it was a message that was sent to the chat group yesterday. I just saw it yesterday. I didn't know. So I remember. So the event is going to be happen on May 20th. So still not yet. Still a week to go. So I don't know how it goes. Apparently, I'm not qualified because I am already married. Okay, I am already married. I am not qualified, so that is why that I don't know how to go. Well, if I am single, I love to.对，相亲先燕子，他里边确实说燕姿了，就是他说的是，就我觉得还挺有意思的，好像挺有意思的。他就说，OK，520马上要到了。Okay, just for my foreign friends, so for those of you who don't know, here in China, um, May 20th is a very special date because May 20th has a very similar pronunciation as I love you, okay? 520 520 means 520 has a very similar in Chinese is 520, which is very similar to 我爱你, right? You guys get it? So 520 is very same to like well, 520 is very similar to 我爱你. So that is why like May 20th is also considered to the Chinese version of Valentine's Day, okay? So that is why she's organizing this high-end 520 matching party is actually no talk. Yeah. 就是我有一个朋友在他的这个结婚的这个群里面发了一个通知，他说：“哎，很多人都有这个需求哈。”我觉得他其实是做一件好事情了。就他说现在有很多的单身男女都很渴望找到另一半，所以我不如来去做这件事情。他就说好，我在520会组织一个活动，在这个活动里边我会有10对男女啊，那这10对男女呢，男的必须要是1985年以后毕业的，出生的，说错了，女的必须要是1995年以后出生的，然后呢，必须要是985、211或者是海外名校毕业的，然后家里边的资产呢是要超过10,000,000人民币的，然后也需要验资。如果大家满足这个条件的话，可以报名。So if there anyone who's interested in that, okay, Chinese friends, oh, it's in the city of Shanghai, Okay, so if you're in the city of Shanghai, or if you're around the city of Shanghai, if you're interested in that, you could actually just message me and I'm just gonna recommend you to her to attend that. Okay. Yeah. A free advertisement for her. Yeah. For her event. Yeah. So something like that. To be honest, like this kind of idea of setting up a matchmaking party is nothing special. There are plenty of matchmaking parties here in China right now because there's so many single people in here, right? And looking for a so 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 partner, right? And looking for someone who can be their Mr. Right and Miss Right and Mr. Right. Yeah, 门槛有点高，对我其实也觉得门槛有点高的。And then somehow like she so it's nothing special to see a matchmaking party like that. But what is so special, so interesting is to see her sending this advertisement of this matchmaking party inside her very own wedding group. That is like very funny. 就真的好玩的点不是说他去设置了一个组织了一个相亲局，高端相亲局。比较搞笑的是，他把这个通知发在的是他自己结婚的这个群里，还挺有意思的。And what's even funnier is after she shared that in this inside her own wedding group, there are people, because that is her wedding group, right? That is the group of people coming to attend her wedding. That is a chat group, right? So somehow people inside this group, there are like married people who already have their children, right? So because the criteria she said is like people must be born after 1985 or 1995, and some people when they have children, they actually took a photo of their own children, right? Babies who are only 3 years old, or children who are only like 12 years old. There are like parents really literally just took photos of their children and sent to the chat group and said, yeah, you know what, anyone who likes that can take that away, something like that. 说你看，我家的这小子，如果有人要的话，赶紧拿走，something like that. It is so funny. Yeah, future many basic conditions for them. Yeah, I know, but to be honest, like, how to say? But sometimes the people just fall in love without paying too much attention to those kind of material things. But maybe not for other, like many people. Like for me, I I don't know. Like I don't. Well, I do pay attention to those material things, but not too much. I feel like from my personal experience, the person I fall in love are never the type of person I think should be the one that I should get married to. I should date. Yeah. So for example, everyone, like many people said that. For example, in their mind, there is a Mr. or Miss Ideal, right? But somehow, eventually, when they start a relationship, when they found true love, that true love is never their ideal person. Yeah. 发十二岁小孩的确定不是在 irony，我是发十二岁小孩的是就是真的搞笑，真的搞笑。他发一张自己的照片，就说我们家这个小子太烦了，如果有人要认领的话，赶紧把他领走，something like that. And also someone also like sent something very funny by saying that okay, I think this June I will attend my husband's graduation ceremony. 有人说有一些就是年纪偏长一些些的这个稍微大一点点的女孩子就在那边说啊，这个6月份我要去参加我未来老公的毕业典礼，something like that。等后续啊，我来关注一下，我来关注一下，这个有后续的分享给大家，这个还真的挺有意思，挺有意思的。Yeah. So I wanted to also let's do a survey again. Like how many people of you guys have noticed that? Well, actually, even though like in your mind you have this Mr. Ideal or Miss Ideal in your mind, usually for example you want to marry with someone who's like this, like that, you know, you set up all those criteria, but the moment you start to fall in love with someone, that someone has nothing to do with your ideal person. How many of you guys are like that? 有多少人是这样的？就是你有一个理想型，你的脑子里面全部都是这个理想型，它需要满足 A B C D E 什么什么样的条件，但是最后你真的恋爱的时候，你真的 fall in love 的时候，你会发现你喜欢的这个人根本就不是你的理想型。Yeah. How many of you guys have encountered that, or how many of you guys have seen people encounter that? Like you have this ideal type, but somehow the people you eventually fall in love are just not the same person that is your ideal type. Yeah. Please explain. I just explained, Shine. Yeah. I was saying, okay, let's say this. Like, say, for example, if someone who just like ideal type is someone who is like very ambitious. Like, for example, for a girl, it's a pretty common ideal type for a girl. Okay. Like many girls would want to marry a guy who is very tall, very handsome, very ambitious, has a very successful career, and also earn lots of money, right? So this is the kind of ideal type for some of the girls, right? Especially here in China. Hi, Nytrix. Drop in to say sorry. Wish to talk more, but just reached office. No problem, Shashi. Would love to see you again tomorrow. There are so many things I'm curious about India. Would love to know more about your country. So hopefully we'll have a bit more time, or maybe our weekends when you're not in office, and we can have more discussion on seriously like so curious about India. Do not know too much about your country, so it would be great to know from you. It would be great you add as a window to showcase more about India and to introduce more about your country. Okay, so lovely. Good to see you. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Okay, Shashi, and hope you have a fantastic day working in the office. Okay, yeah. So, like for example, back to the topic, we were saying that like many people, this is like a very typical kind of typical kind of like stereotype for many girls, right? And somehow, eventually, when a girl get married, fall in love, maybe a girl just fall in love with someone who's very family oriented, not like career focused at all, but this because this person is very family oriented and very good at taking care of the families, girls will still fall in love with this guy and somehow figure that actually, you know, that is not what I want. I also have another friend, to be honest, like she got married at a pretty young age. The moment she got out of university, she just got married because she was chased very hard by her husband back then in the university. So, and her husband was like many years older than her, I think. And also like her husband was a very successful entrepreneur and somehow like had lots of money, very ambitious, very career focused. So back then she thought that was what she want. And that is the ideal type, right? She wants someone, a man, very powerful man, right? Has lots of money and really good at capable of building the business. But after they got married, she realized that those kind of things are just nothing important, right? She married to a husband who was very successful in Korea, but because he is very successful in Korea, that's why like he's just spending all the time on his career without spending any time in the family. And that's why like she would be one to take care of the kids, and she would love her husband to spend like just a bit more time for the kids, on the kids, right? Spending some time playing with the kids, like everything. But no. And then but the worst thing is not like her husband does not have time for it. The worst thing is that her husband do not have this kind of mindset that man needs to also spend time with the kids. So in her husband's mindset that okay, taking care of the kids is just what your the woman's job, is not my job, right? So even though like whenever her husband has time, right, for example her husband is taking like 2 days off, like having some vacations, just resting a bit, like her husband would do nothing, do nothing like just accompanying the kids, play with the kids, nothing like that. Because her husband has this kind of mindset that that is a woman's job, that he should not do anything like that. And so when she goes up to her husband and said, you know what, you should just come and play with the kids. The kids need some father's time. The kids do need some father's love. And you know, her husband just accused her and said something like, why are you so selfish? I've been working so hard. I've earned so much money to feed you and the kids. I have, done so much for this family. Like, why are you still asking me to spend time with the kids? That should be your job. Something like that. And she's like very miserable, but somehow she cannot escape this marriage because, like I said, right, this is what her chose. And yeah, very sad. Like, that's very sad. I also felt like very sad. And also also like she also shared with me something like her husband also said something like uh because like kids would get up very early, you cannot control or a 3-year old or a 4-year old like what time to get up, right? There's no way for you to control that. So somehow the kids would get up like for example 7 a.m. There's no way for you to put the kids back to sleep, right? So when the kids are up, you have to be up again as well, right, to take care of the kids. So the husband couldn't understand that at all as well. So the husband is also saying that, well, why can't you guys just sleep till 10? Like very tiring. I went back to sleep very late last night, and I have to get up like just early as you guys. That is not right. Like you guys just put the kids back to sleep and make them get up like later so that I can sleep longer, something like that. I feel like you know yeah, so that's why like she would complain to me saying something like, you know what, I feel like maybe having a better family oriented guy is better than 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 that. Yeah, that is also represents a very typical Chinese guys thinking. Like many Chinese people, Chinese men are like that, to be honest. Many Chinese men are like that. Yeah, so like me too. What do you mean by me too? You're like that? 陆有中断. Or wait, are you saying that your husband are like that? Or what are you saying by saying me too? I don't quite understand. Well, to be honest, there are like many Chinese people, many Chinese men are like that. Yeah. 你说我同意你说的，我同意你说的，不是叫 me too 哈，是叫做 I agree with you，agree with you，OK，好，都有中的哈。me too 的话，意思是说，就是你也是，你也遇到了这个情况，Yeah，you agree that is I agree，yeah，that is better，yeah，that is better，yeah。So I have a question, Shine. What is your question? Tell me what's your question. I expect that if a guy loves the wife, he should love the kids as well. So well, you are right, Black Purple, in the sense that if guy loves the wife, loves the kids, it's just that people's interpretation of loving the family is so different, so different. So for example, for this particular guy, my friend's husband, I just shared that his interpretation of loving is around, if I earn enough money to provide a good living for this family, for my wife and for my kids, that is my way of showing love. So it's more of a stereotype. Like for example, maybe when he grew up, the kind of family environment he was in was more like the dad going out to earn money, and inside the family the mom takes care of everything, and the dad does not care about the kids, does not spend time playing with kids, anything. The dad is only responsible for earning money, and mom is responsible for everything else. So that is his way of love. It's not like he does not love the family. He loves the family. It's just that his interpretation of love is different from what we think, right? So for me, for my husband, like I feel like it's very important that we spend lots of time together doing many things, right? So I can be the one doing some house chores, but you should also be the one doing house chores. It should not just be me. It should just not be the wife's jobs to do all the whole house chores, right? And also when it comes to taking care of the babies, it should not be me only to change all the diapers to feed the babies. It should also be you to take care of the babies, change diapers, and also feed the babies, right? And also when it comes to playing with the kids, right? It's not only me who spend time teaching the kids like read alphabets, right? And also reciting the Chinese poems. It should also be you taking the kids out to play basketball, right? To do all the sports, right? So like both parents need to spend time together with the kids. So yeah, 父母双方都有责任确保他们的孩子全面发展，并有时间在一起。Exactly, Anthony, you're really right about that. So there is also a saying here in China that is called 丧偶式婚姻, like widowed marriage, widowed marriage. So even though you're married to someone, even though you do have a husband, somehow you're like a widow because you're the only one taking care of everything in this family, and you're like a widow, something like that. We have this kind of saying called widowed marriage, 丧偶式婚姻. And that is pretty common here in China somehow. That is pretty common here in China somehow. Yeah. Let me see. What's the question you guys are asking in here? Yeah. Marriage and having kids are shared responsibilities, rearing them and being a father figure. Exactly. Yeah. Can't agree more. If it's a boy, we play a little rough. Girl, I guess playing with dolls. Well, not really. I mean, like even though like boys would love to play with things that is like relatively rougher, girls likes to play with dolls. But like I mean, no matter it's boy or girls, like we also enjoy doing some outdoor sports or like indoor activities, right? So still like no matter it's boy or girl, like parents, both sides of the parents. So both sides of the parents could spend time accompany the kids on different kind of activities, right? Yeah. Hmm. What's wrong with all what you said? What happens? Like, let me see. I can do all that. Don't see nothing wrong with that. What are you guys talking about? That guy has a pretty messed up mind about kids, but I can blame him if he's working hard too. Yeah, he's working extremely hard, and definitely earning a lot of money for the family. So that is yeah, I can't really blame anything. Um, but still I would blame. Yeah, you say that you can't blame him if he's working hard too, but like for me I still feel like because life is about balance, right? We have shared multiple times before about this balance of family, right? Like life is about balance, everything is about balance, right? So you can't just spend time on something too much and lacking the time of doing something else, then that would cause imbalance, and imbalance will later on just cause some other problems, right? So eventually, the kind of families they raise up, for example, so for their families, they have daughters, they don't have sons. So just imagine, like, if you have daughters, and you daughters grow up in the kind of environment where moms take care of everything and dad is just out there sleeping, doing nothing, only working, but don't do anything that is related to house chores, taking care of kids. When the daughters grow up, they also have this mindset. They think like, okay, women should be the only one take care of everything inside the family, right? So when they get married, then they would become the type of person who just take care of everything in the family and do not ask their parents, do not ask their husbands to do anything. So they are more likely to get married to someone and experience a widowed marriage compared to someone else, right? So that's my what I think, right? Yeah. Um, girls want break with active play. What are you saying? I have lived that. It sucks. Yeah, I'm glad that you no longer live that. OK，水里泡的是什么？水里今天是有people are asking me what's inside this herbal tea. OK，这个今天的养生茶，这段时间是非常密集的养生哈，因为这段时间夏天嘛，湿嘛又长湿疹嘛，大家看到吗？这个湿疹，所以喝了这个红豆薏米，里边还有五指毛桃，五指毛桃还有茯苓、芡实，都是祛湿的。Like everything inside these herbal tea is about removing all the humidity inside my body. Yeah, removing all the humidity inside my body. Yeah, hopefully helping me with like relieve all those like allergic symptoms. Yeah. 啊，鼻子太痒了，真的是好难受啊，真的是太难受了。 Mm. Some women actually love doing house chores if the husband appreciate it. Yeah. So how many of you guys have watched this TV drama called Woman Who Kills, something like that? Woman, is it Woman Who Kills, Woman That Kills, or Woman Who Kills, something like that? Yeah, we're both partners of each other. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Yeah, so I would consider a happy marriage to be like inside the family, like both partners support each other, like shared um doing housework together, right? And I also remember when I attended a friend's wedding in Austria, right? I shared multiple times that I have a very close Austrian friend, and I went to attend her wedding in Austria 2 years ago. And also during her wedding, there are so many Europeans inside her wedding, right? There are European people from Netherlands, from Spain, from like literally everywhere. Mostly like North European, but also some Southern European. The majority of the people are Northern European people. So I went to attend her wedding, and I also see how she and her husband like take care of the kids together. So they got married after, well, they got married when she was pregnant for the first baby. However, they only had this wedding ceremony after they had three babies. They had three children. Okay, three children. It was not exactly a wedding. It was more like wedding plus baptizing ceremony. Okay. And then like was in Europe, it was somehow for Chinese people, we have this kind of thing like we really like, oh, 人气票, 对对对对对，大家帮忙. Okay, okay, guys, it's almost 9 a.m. Okay, almost 9 a.m. So guys, please follow me, please, if you haven't done so, and also keep on tapping the screen to sending likes. Okay, keep on tapping the screen to sending likes, and also help me get higher ranking by first of all joining my team and also send this 人气票. Okay. So there's a button down below in red note that is called interaction. Okay, interaction 互动. Okay, by pressing this button, you're able to join my team and also able to send me 人气票. And for those of you who still don't know how to do that, just keep on tapping the screen to sending likes. Okay, just keep on tapping the screen to sending likes. Okay, everyone, just keep on tapping the screen to sending more than 500 likes. Okay, 500 likes. And also possible for those of you, just tap this interaction, which looks like a leaf thing down below in red note, and join my team. And second, send me this yellow ticket 人气票. OK， 同志们没有关注我的宝子们可以关注一下我，然后呢，快点多点点这个屏幕，点点这个屏幕给我多多点点赞哈。然后下面有一个这个小叶子，好吗？这个小叶子大家多点点它，可以点一下它，可以加入我的粉丝团，然后呢，也可以给我发人气票。OK，so we're gonna definitely achieve higher ranking. So I think if I can achieve a ranking above 30th, I can be within 30th, then I will get extra traffic tomorrow. I will get extra traffic tomorrow. So, okay, great. Oh, you guys are terrific. Just keep on doing it. Okay, keep on doing it. We are almost within 30th. Now we are 31. We're 31, so just a little bit, like just one more step to go. Okay, as long as we are within 30th by the time of 9 a.m., then we are all good to go. Okay, so guys, keep on tapping the screen to sending likes. For those of you who haven't followed me, definitely follow me. And you guys could also, like for people on red note, just so you know, there is a button down below called interaction. 有一叫互动的按钮, and click that, and that is how you're able to join my team. Okay, that is how you're able to join my team, and also send me this 人气票. Okay, 哎呀，31名真的是好难受，能不能上30名啊？只要上30名就好啊，要求不高，上30名就好了。那只要上了30名，就可以给我多送流量了呀。As long as we are within 30th, that is good. Okay, as long as we are within 30th. So right now is 31. Okay, 31. Just one more step to go, one more ranking to go. Okay, yeah, guys, keep on tapping the screen to sending likes. Okay, 啊，29名了，好好好，非常好，大家稍微努力坚持一下下。哦，No Dog，谢谢你的小蛋糕。啊，这个哦，奶茶，这奶茶，OK，你让我想喝奶茶了，OK，OK guys, just keep on doing that. So let's maintain 29th. Okay, 29th is good. I'm happy with 29th as long as we are ranking 29th. That is good. Okay, so just keep on doing it till it's 9 a.m. and as long as we can remain within 30th, as long as we are 29th by 9 a.m., we're good to go. Oh, okay. You guys are terrific. You guys are fantastic, fantastic. Okay, terrific, terrific. Yeah. 因为你生日那天没给你送礼物补回来，哎呦，怎么那么 sweet 啊？No talk，你真的是太 sweet 了。好的，非常谢谢你哈。生日那天过得还是很开心的，生日那天还是过得很开心的 Yeah, so it was my birthday last Sunday. I had a pretty interesting, a pretty nice birthday. So I have also shared multiple times. I am not the type of girl who really likes to buy, right? I can never really understand why people really likes girls, especially really likes to buy all different like luxury bags and also luxury clothes, right? I'm not like that. So I don't have this habit of buy. Maybe it's because I am Taurus, so I enjoy the process of making money, seeing my bank account and see the number increase, right? I really enjoyed it when I see I made investments and that investment is making money. Thank you, Ziye. Yeah, that is something I really like. I really enjoy. Maybe I'm a Taurus, right? I really like making money, but I don't like spending money in a sense of spending this money on luxury stuff, right? I like spending money, for example, go out traveling or having some very interesting experience. That I would not feel anything bad about spending money. However, like if you say that from time to time I would want to buy a luxury bag or buy some luxury brands, then I'm not like that. I'm not like I to be honest, I don't really understand like why people love all those like luxury stuff, right? So like my husband then just said that, well, actually you're pretty easy to please. Like you're not like very tough to please. Like I don't need to buy you spend lots of money. 我不需要剁手，不需要花很多钱买一个很贵的包包给你，然后天天带你出去溜达一圈，你就挺开心了呀。Yeah, I have something a rule. If I buy something I want, I have to invest the same amount of money. What do you mean? I still don't quite understand your rule, Louis the Cat. What do you mean by if you buy something you want, you have to invest the same amount of money? Are you saying that, say for example, if you want to buy something, then you have to also invest same amount of money in something? For example, you have to save the money and save the amount of money to invest in, for example, stock, in bonds. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's a pretty good rule. That's a pretty good habit. Yeah, I think that's something that people can also learn from that. Yeah. So yeah, so like on my birthday, basically my husband just bring me out for a good lunch, and then after in the afternoon we went out, like did some shopping, but I didn't shop anything because that is not really my habit. But she said like he said something like, yeah, let's just go out and look this new department store. Let's just go out and have a fun day. And we also had dinner, went to a specific restaurant to have dinner, and after the dinner we have some walk, like romantic walk along the riverside. So that's basically what we did for my birthday. Nothing special, no like very expensive gift, like nothing else. It's just a very like day, but that already made me very happy. I was saying that, okay, I'm pretty happy about that. And my husband was like, "Oh, you're very easy to please. That is good. That is good." Yeah, 对，他基本上他带我出去溜达一圈，我就觉得挺开心了。Yeah. So I would consider myself to be quite optimistic type of person that I tend to be feel happy very easily. I tend to feel happy very easily. Yeah, 金牛座. Yeah. Yeah, 800. What is 800? Oh, okay. $800 jacket means another 700 put in my investment portfolio. Oh, okay. That is pretty okay, that is pretty interesting. Oh, 这个鼻子太痒了. My God, sorry. I have this allergic symptom. My nose are so itchy, so I have to touch it from time to time. Yeah, $800 jacket means another 700 put in my investment portfolio. That is a really good thing. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna share with you guys. So Louis the cat, one of very important members of our family, said that she has this rule: whenever she wants to buy something expensive, then she would put equal amount of money to her investment portfolio. Okay, so that is like how you're able to earn money and spend money at the same time, right? And that is how you're able to save money and not spending too much money. That is a really good thing to do. Like I'm gonna do that too. Okay, I'm gonna do that too. Yeah, I think that is a really nice thing to do. So if you want to buy something luxury, right, something like big item, then you have to put equal amount of money to your investment portfolio, right? So, yeah, okay, that's a pretty good thing. Like every one of us can learn from Louis the cat. Yeah. So if I spend 56 on grocery, another $44 goes right into investment. Buy something luxury, right? Something like big item, then you have to put equal amount of money to your investment portfolio, right? So pay attention to every penny I spend. My mom used to ask me to do that. My mom asked me to do something like, you know what, you have to record every money you spend every day and also do some accounting yourself. to know like how much money you spend, how much you earn every day. And I was like, no, I can't do that. You know, I just can't do. I can't. Yeah, it's very time consuming. Yeah, yeah, like Mark said, it's very time consuming. Yeah, my bank does it automatically. I do nothing. Wait, how? How does your bank do it? Wait, how does your bank, like, no matter how much money you spend, just put money into investment portfolio? Wait, so by saying that, you're saying that majority of your money is parked in cash, right? Majority of your money is parked in cash. Then like how much money you spend, then the money will goes from cash into your investment portfolio. Yeah，不是他说的不是定投，他说的意思就是说，他如果每花多少钱，就会有多少钱放到他的这个投资组合里去。Oh, my bank has a saving program, so it rounds up all the purchase to near $100. Oh, okay, okay. Hmm. Okay, so that is pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. Yeah. 啊，在国内真的有好多机会可以花钱网购、吃饭、逛街，确实是。Yeah, so if you are living in China, there's so many places for you to spend money, and everywhere around you, surrounding you, there are just things that's talking to you that spend money, spend money, spend money, something like that. So for a weekend, as long as you are going out, there are just plenty of places for you to spend money, right? Going to a restaurant, eating something nice, you would spend money, right? If you just want to do something fun. To be honest, one of the things here in China is that they have all sorts of different kind of and activities for people to enjoy. For example, to do in facials, right? And for so when it comes to like body treatment, there are all sorts of body treatments for ladies to spend money. For example, facial treatment, we all know about that, right? Spa treatment, we all know about that, right? There are even like the hair scalp treatment. There are like shops specifically open to help ladies do some spa treatment to their scalp, to the hair, right? It's not like hair salon that's going to be around your hair, right? It's about around your scalp, right? And also some shops that specifically for like hand spa, for hand spa. So they would tell you like there are something they do to your hand to make your hand spa. And also foot spa is pretty common in here, right? 这捏脚的地方就更不用说了，非常的常见。So when it comes to spa center, there are all sorts of different spa center here that just basically is asking you to spend money, spend money, spend money every day. And also apart from that, you also have something like activities, right? There are karaoke, clubbing, bars, and um, also there are some like very fancy kind of centers, like those sports centers. There are like neon lights, kind of bowling ball centers, right? There's so many centers for you just to go out and check it out, and also exhibitions, right? Exhibitions, you can go to all the exhibitions, right? There are too many things you can do, and talk shows, right? There are just too many things you can do out there that asking you to spend money. Yeah. KTV karaoke. Yeah, I just said, right? Live house. Yeah, live house is a big thing nowadays, right? I remember like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, live house was not a big thing, but nowadays, like live house is so popular here. And also, like many bars just make it in the live house way, so that you go to a bar, it's no longer like a bar, it's more like a live house, right? So people do that. Like, so for example, like I went to so many countries in the world, and I would definitely consider the kind of lives here in China, mainland China, especially in the city of Shanghai, is more diversified, way, way, way more diversified in many places in other countries. For example, I said that I attended my friend's wedding in Austria. So she lived in Salzburg. So she recently moved to Hong Kong, but went back home when she's in Salzburg in Austria. I was like, oh, I don't think I can live there because the kind of life there was a little bit, to be honest, according to the Chinese standard, is quite boring in a sense that they don't have like a lot of like entertainment places, a lot of entertainment places. So her family was running a hotel, which is family owned hotel. Okay, so inside her hotel, they have a clubbing house, a bar, like literally a restaurant, and also hotel. Right, it's a pretty nice hotel, very nice hotel. So they had literally everything. Yeah, and apologize again for always touching my nose. It's allergic symptoms. Okay，很抱歉啊，我一直都在摸鼻子，是因为这个过敏，所以就是鼻子这块就特别特别的痒，然后所以就不停的要摸鼻子哈。Yeah. and somehow inside her home, and they have everything, and it's not like here in Shanghai you have all sorts of different kind of clubbing centers, all sorts of different activities. So if you want to have some clubbing, their hotel, a very small clubbing place, is the only place you could go. Something like that. So the life here is more way more diversified. Even if you look at the city of Hong Kong, right? For example, in Hong Kong, there are lots of clubbing house out there. But apart from clubbing and also bars, they don't have lots of like activities centers like here in China. Like people here, the kind of environment, business environment here is like pretty competitive. So people will have to come up with all sorts of different business ideas, and then make those ideas happen, realize those kind of ideas in here. Yeah. Pink dark sky, that is so political. Okay, so we're talking about something really chill today, so nothing too political. Okay, too political. So I'm not gonna answer anything like too political today, because this is a pretty chill. So the main topic today is about love. Okay, is about love. About, we actually discussed a lot about marriage before, because I'm the age that should get married, or should married or about to get married. So that's why we discuss a lot about marriage today. So that is something that we want to discuss today. Okay, so if you have anything related to that kind of topic, it would be great. Just send in the comments and we can discuss about that, but nothing too political. I start to see lots of political kind of questions in here. I'm just talking with guys in the comments. Okay, sure. If you're talking to the guys in the comments, fine. You guys can just keep on talking there, okay? But just nothing. Yeah. Somehow, like I feel like my comments area on TikTok is not relevant to what I'm sharing at all. Okay, but you guys, if you guys enjoy talking to each other out there, then yes, just keep on doing that. Yeah. I think China is very entertaining. Don't think you can go boring living there. Yeah, right. I agree. I agree. Yeah. I think China is very entertaining. So I often, like, one of the question people ask also a lot in the comment area in my live stream is it safe to live in China? So it's like really safe. It's like so safe that it would be no problem to be a lady, and to for a lady to go out and walk on the street at 2 3 a.m. in the middle of night. And now my idea of wild is saying up past 10 p.m. What do you mean, Louis the Cat? Don't quite understand. Now my idea of wild is staying up past 10 p.m. So you're saying that that is already called wild by staying up past 10 p.m. It would be so rare to see any young people here in China to sleep before 10 p.m. Everyone sleeps past 10 p.m. So like in my impression, 10 p.m. is considered to be an early time, right? 10 p.m. is not yet the time that people get sleep. Like I usually sleep at 11 p.m. Well, or like 10:30 p.m. is considered to be extremely early. Like for majority people here in China, I'm pretty sure everyone sleep after 10 p.m. And for young people, like definitely way later than 10 p.m. Yeah. I am old. You're not old. You said you're 32 years old for 9 times, so you're not old at all, my friend. To Louis the cat. Yeah. So somehow, like, we were also joking by saying that the only risk of staying up late going out on the street in the middle of the night is that you have the danger of becoming fatter, because there's so many restaurants that is cooking delicious food that is alluring to go and eat in their restaurants. That is the risk. And there's also the risk of spending money and events like clubbing, live bars, live shows, live house. That is the kind of risk that people here are facing. So China is pretty entertaining country, especially when it comes to those first tier cities. So if you come to Shanghai, like every weekend, there are just so many things you can do, so many places you can check out, you can go and have fun with. So many, yeah. So this is the city that you'll never be bored with. Yeah. So that's just why, like, because every day, like, people are constantly stimulated um with like fresh things, new things, right? And that's why, like, when we go to some other places, like for me, if I travel to some other cities that is considered to be quite calm, quite peaceful kind of cities, I'm just not so used to that. I can only stay in those kind of places for a short while, but not long. So for example, I remember 2 years ago when I went to flew to Europe, like to attend my friend's wedding, right in Austria, and I transit in Frankfurt. How many people have you been to Frankfurt? How many of you guys have been to Frankfurt? Yeah, 有没有谁去过法兰克福啊？ How many of you guys have been to Frankfurt? Yeah. So I transited in Frankfurt for 9 hours. So that's why I was out, just travel around Frankfurt for just 5, 6 hours and return back to the airport. However, within the 5, 6 hours of traveling inside Frankfurt, I hope no one is from Frankfurt, okay? So I have already said that I am one that has used to the kind of entertaining kind of life here in China, in Shanghai. I feel like the life in Frankfurt is pretty boring. Yeah, quite boring. I don't really like to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Frankfurt kind of vibes. Yeah, Frankfurt, the city of Frankfurt always give me the kind of feeling during my time there, it gives me the kind of feeling that everything is kind of boring there, kind of boring there. I'm way too old for clubbing. I'll choose those calm cities. I'm also old for clubbing. I don't go clubbing anymore. I just don't go clubbing anymore. Yeah，没去过，那以后也不去了。对，就是当时在法兰克福中转的时候，我就在网上查一查他们那边有什么好的景点、好的地方可以去玩啊。结果，啊，他说他们那边有一个什么镇很有意思，然后就看了就觉得也没啥意思，然后到处逛一逛也觉得就是挺无聊的。Frankfurt gave me a kind of feeling that it's a pretty boring city. Somehow that is the kind of impression I have on Frankfurt. Frankfurt has some nice jazz clubs. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't get a chance because I arrived in Frankfurt at 6 a.m. And so I can stay there for I think around 9 hours because my flight was in the evening. So that's why like I just spent the day out. Was not able to enjoy those nice bars. So somehow I was able to have a very good Indian restaurant. There was an Indian restaurant called called cheese something. I forgot. Called something cheese. That was a really nice Indian food restaurant. I was so full, but I just couldn't stop eating. Like so good, so delicious in Frankfurt. So that's the only thing I remember that is really nice about that city, which is an Indian restaurant. Nothing else I remember. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to check the nice jazz clubs there, but unfortunately, I don't think I will ever, unless I will transit in Frankfurt. Again, I don't think I will ever go to Frankfurt. Yeah, not a big fan of that city. Yeah. If you wish enjoy time in Germany, October festive is amazing. I'm pretty sure about that because that's the beer season, right? I've been to the beer, um, those kind of October festival here and there in Hong Kong. So they have those kind of German beer, and everyone is singing and dancing, right? It's like a very happy kind of vibes. I do enjoy that. So I'm pretty sure if it's in Germany, the October festive is gonna be even more interesting. Yeah. Wait, what? No German beer? Why? Why no German beer, my friend Mark? Yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of beer myself either. So, yeah. So Germany, yeah, I feel like the kind of feeling vibes people give me in Germany is that like really down to earth, and somehow just because people are so down to earth, like everyone is also like living a very calm kind of life. So that's why I don't see like many entertaining kind of stuff out there going. I just could feel the vibes. And also like also if you go to some other city, like for example, the moment I get into Barcelona, it feels so different. Like Barcelona is a kind of city that has lots of like happy vibes. Everyone is singing and everywhere is like quite crowded. The kind of vibe is so much more different. Yeah, so that is why like I really like Barcelona. Everything is happy. I can feel like this city is very entertaining, and like Frankfurt, like everything is quite calm and kind of boring. Yeah, I am more like a city girl who are Munich beer. Yeah, I'm the kind of person who are more into those kind of entertaining kind of lives here in China. Yeah, Barcelona has a lot of robberies in certain parts. Yeah, sure. Yeah, my mother city, Barcelona. Okay, yeah. Germany must have beers and pretzels. I guess so. Yeah, so Barcelona has lots of robberies. I heard that because I remember back then when I was little, when I was studying my master's degree in London, there was a teacher that shared with me that if you ever go to Spain, be careful with all the thieves there. So there are lots of thieves and robberies there in Barcelona. Somehow I was very lucky. I didn't experience anything of that. I didn't experience anything of that. And as a matter of fact, when I first came to Barcelona, I was actually staying at their old town. So they have like this new town and old town. Somehow people said that in Barcelona, old town is supposed to be more dangerous, and somehow they don't have a very good order there. You have more robberies in Old Town compared to the New Town. And I did not realize there's Old Town and New Town. I just randomly booked a hotel, right? So that's why when I first booked hotel, I booked a hotel in the Old Town, right? So I stayed in the Old Town when I first arrived in Barcelona, and I didn't get to see the most fancy part of Barcelona. So at the very beginning, I didn't really understand like why Barcelona is considered to be one of the best cities in the world, right? However, even staying in the old city, old town of Barcelona, I didn't experience any robberies. But after 2 days, I moved to the new town, and then oh my god, that is so great. And all the architectures in in Barcelona new town is so eye opening, beautiful architecture. I guess the other reason why I'm not such a huge fan of Frankfurt is also because Frankfurt's their architecture is also pretty boring. Yeah, 非常的中规中矩. Unlike the kind of architecture you see in Barcelona and also in Vienna of Austria, beautiful, right? Very beautiful, right? And also even for Salzburg, that is not considered to be a big city, right? Still, you do see very interesting architecture. However, the architecture in Frankfurt is pretty boring, in my opinion. So a huge fan of Barcelona. Yeah, I love to visit Barcelona one day in the future again. Yeah, that's a beautiful city. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I think I was the new town by the port. Yeah, I can't drink orange juice here in the States. It messes up my stomach. I could drink in Barcelona. Oh, okay. Wait, so you're saying that you can drink orange juice in Barcelona and somehow you cannot drink orange juice in say I guess it's maybe because the juice in Barcelona is fresher, right? Maybe the oranges you drink in the States is the orange juice that you purchase from supermarket, right? So those are canned or bottled orange juice that is not like fresh orange juice, right? But when you in Barcelona, you drink those like freshly made orange juice, basically just like orange and then orange juice, then that is good, right? The juice in Barcelona is delicious. I don't really remember that about the juice in Barcelona, but overall speaking, I have a really good impression on Barcelona. Yeah, Gaudi's architecture. Yeah, Gaudi's architecture is absolutely amazing. Oh my god, I'm so impressed by how how talented Gaudi is. There are so many different kinds of architectures. This is the kind of architecture that I haven't seen elsewhere. And Gaudi's architecture is the kind of architecture that you could only see in cartoons, and he made it happen. It is full of imagination, full of art in a way that is so unique that you don't get to see it elsewhere. Yeah, and he's so talented. Gaudi is so talented. Mediterranean oranges are delicious, and also the oranges in Morocco is pretty delicious. Yeah, if you guys haven't been to Morocco, can also travel to Morocco. Yeah. So the orange juice in Morocco, so you would notice there are lots of vendors on the streets selling fresh made orange juice. They have lots of fresh oranges. They just cut the oranges out and just use a very traditional squeeze machine to squeeze the oranges out, and that orange juice is so delicious in Morocco. Yeah. We grow our own lemons and oranges in Italy. We also have 107 fig trees. Wow. Wow, you know what? I heard that the fig in Italy is really nice. It's really nice. It's really tasty. Somehow the figs in here, like I don't seem to have purchased any really good fig. Yeah, I really haven't purchased because figs are said to be really good for a woman's body. Yeah. It is full of feminine hormones. Yeah, feminine hormones. 无花果里边的这个雌激素含量是很高的，所以对女性的身体是很好的。对，Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, somehow I was not able to find really good figs in here. The figs here are not so delicious. So yeah, hopefully one day in the future I will visit Italy again and I will be able to try it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go there during the figs season. I'm gonna taste all the tasty figs out there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thirsty. So nowadays it's the what it called? Shanju. How to say shanju? Shanju, how to say? It's mangosteen season. It's mangosteen season. Yeah, it's mangosteen season. Like I'm a huge fan of mangosteen. Talking about fruit, I'm a huge fan of mangosteen. How many of you guys like mangosteen? How many of you guys like mangosteen? Yeah. Have you guys tried mangosteen, that fruit? Shanju, mangosteen. Have you tried mangosteen, my friend? Yeah, if you guys have tried it, type 1. If you guys haven't tried it, type 2. 哦，我真的好喜欢山竹. I'm a huge fan of mangosteen. And somehow, like here in China, like in Shanghai, Turkish figs are good. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I purchased a big box of mangosteen. Yeah, and now I'm mangosteen free. I'm mangosteen free. 现在实现了山竹自由. Never heard of it. You never heard of mangosteen? Yeah, 山竹. It's more a Southeastern Asian food. Southeast Asian food, I think. Yeah, not so sure if it's you have it elsewhere. Yeah, this thing, I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, this thing. Have you tried it? Have you tried it? It's really tasty. Yeah. 哦，山竹是高 GI 的。Oh, okay. Best fig harvest in Italy is August or September. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe in the future I'll just come to Italy during August and September to try the fig. Yeah, mangosteen is so good. Yeah, mangosteen, really like mangosteen. Your son likes it. I like it too. I like it. 但是我真的不知道它这个高 GI 这个事情，我要回头去研究一下。Yeah, haven't heard of it. So you guys don't eat mangosteen in the US, right? Yeah. It looks like you guys don't eat mangosteen in the US, but that is a really tasty fruit. That's a really tasty fruit. Oh my god. After saying that I'm so craving for mangosteen, I want to go to my fridge and grab some mangosteen and eat it now. But that's fine. We're 3 minutes to go. After 3 minutes, I can just go to grab my mangosteen and just start eating it. Yeah. Hi, Daniel. Greetings. It's good to be here. Thanks for the group welcome. Yeah. Welcome back. No, I haven't heard of it either. Sent me some, Alex. Yeah, mangosteen is so good. So good. Yeah. Um, it's pretty bad. You guys don't have that in the US, but come to Asia, especially now. Now it's a mangosteen season. So can come to Asia or you can just go to Thailand. So Thailand has lots of very tasty mangosteen that is sold at a very cheap price. I remember there was one year that I went to Thailand during around this time, and everywhere you just can buy mangosteen at such a cheap price, and it's so tasty. And every mangosteen you open, the kind of flesh in it, it's like so big and so tasty and so sweet. Yeah, I I get nice kumquat and loquat. What is kumquat and loquat? Need to do some Chinese translation. What is kumquat and loquat? Com Kumquat, right? 金桔叫 kumquat. 金桔是 kumquat. Okay, what is loquat? Loquat 枇杷. Oh yeah, this is a loquat season. Yeah, this is loquat season. Yeah, 现在是枇杷季，对，是枇杷季。Yeah, do you like loquat? Yes. Not so much as mangosteen, but also like it. Also like it. So everywhere right now in every of the fruit grocery store, you see people are selling loquat. Loquat. Okay, thanks, Louis the Cat. Learning two new words. One is loquat, one is kumquat. Why they are both called quat? Because in Chinese they are pronounced very differently. What is G1? It's not G1, it's GI stands for I'm not so sure stands for what, but it basically means it's not something not good for your body if you want to keep your body fit. Okay, so nowadays I have been working out a lot. So I would go downstairs to do some roping every day, and also I drink herbal teas. Like this is the period of time I take really good care of myself. Yeah, glycemic index, right? Is that the right pronunciation? Is that glycemic? Let me check. Yeah, GI, yeah, G Glycemi. How to pronounce it?
Glycemic.
Glycemic index. 血糖
Glycemic index.
glycemic index. It's called glycemic index. Yeah, glycemic index. Yeah, 高血糖指数的高血糖的. That's why we say it's. They're saying like mangosteen is having high glycemic index. 是高血糖的，因为它很甜是吗？很甜是吗？升糖指数哦，OK，所以就是这个东西多吃了以后会变胖是吗？哎呀，哎呀，How fast food spikes blood sugar? OK，yeah, I really like mangosteen. Wait, I just realized that mangosteen has really high GI. So having high GI would means that will like increase your body fat, right? 哎呀，哎呀，好吧，那我还是忍不住爱我的山竹啊。Okay, guys, it's 9:30. Love to see all of you guys, and thank you so much for joining my lives. I hope you have a fantastic rest day of the rest of your day. Okay, and thank you so much for coming to my live stream. I usually would have my live stream from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. China time, so I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Okay, if you're not diabetic, you're probably okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll lower than watermelon. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Okay, bye bye. Have a nice day. Bye bye.